Yeah, you're right there.
So it could be Ranieri. Who's the third one?
There was the
Can't
other
even
one
remember who we
like
played.
I thought the other one sounded like a foreign manager for a foreign club. Go on, Rich.
Oh no, it'll be Ollie, won't it?
Ollie was a number of
Ollie
weeks
got
after.
got rid of Nuno.
No,
didn't
Ollie sacked our manager.
Dean Smith at Aston Villa.
Maybe, yeah.
Okay, it was I'm trying to find it on Twitter because it was a foreign sounding manager.
Burnley and Leeds.
Interestingly,
I'm just trying to go back a few years. So.
I listened to. I'll give you a bit of breathing room to look it up on Twitter. I listened to a Leeds podcast the other day, largely because Chris Miller was guesting on it before the match. They were expecting a bit of a pummeling, which surprised me. I mean, obviously they just come off the back of the Liverpool game, and they conceded 6. But I thought they would be a bit more confident coming into the game against us. Because of our sort of patchy form over the while. And I wasn't particularly overly confident of us going there and marching away. I certainly didn't think we were going to beat them 4-0. But the other thing to say about this podcast was that they seem to have had this bit of a serial going on, that they all expected Bielsa to leave, but none of them thought that it was going to happen just yet. And so they've been having this kind of weekly roundup of who might be the person to come and take over from it. So it appears that it's been a long-term possibility, and not just as a result of this sort of latter-day collapse of heavy defeats in a row. Certainly, judging what you can listening to their fan podcasts anyway, which surprised me.
I imagine the Leeds fans also probably is in a way, like with the end of Pochettino's reign, that there was inevitability about it, and it had to happen. But there was a lot of heart wrenching and soul searching over the whole thing, and there still is. And I can imagine for a while there'd be this similar with Bielsa, that did connect very well with that fan base, and he's probably left. How he
never spoke any English.
I know. I don't get that. Yeah.
Well, apparently that was a bit of a ruse, because he actually spoke English to a number of fans who had who'd said would you speak to so and so not very well and all this kind of stuff, and he spoke to them in English, and so I've read somewhere.
Well, Pochettino did that as well, didn't he? When he first came to England, that it was a way of him avoiding questions.
Yeah. And he's a disciple of Bielsa, isn't he? So yeah.
And of course, Mourinho, a disciple of the devil.
Well, yeah,
clearly.
Is this the devil as in Daniel Levy or Steve Hitchens? Oh, sorry, I can't keep up.
Well, they are triumvirate.
Well, it is a triumvirate.
It's like,
Who's the third one then? Who's the third one?
You got Satan, Beelzebub, and I can't remember who the Mourinho. That's
it. Don't ever say that on Twitter, because they come out the woodwork.
Well, they're all busy with the war this week. We might get away with it.
Yeah, they are. Yeah, that's true. It's true.
Yeah, they're all busy.
I can't find it. So I think we've been going for over an hour. So I think we'll move on to some on this day. So
because Googling isn't really good podcasting.
So actually, before you do that, Steve, can I just ask a quick question for everyone? And because I did the BBC predictor thing, is top 4 out of the question now?
No, not out of the question at all.
That's not out of the question. I don't think that the BBC predictor thing's got anything to do with anything. I think it's a load of bollocks, to be honest. But there we go.
It's not out of the question. It just won't happen, mate.
Well, I'm clinging on to that hope. I think it could happen.
Yeah, it could. It could easily happen because they're all as bad as each other.
Yeah,
these teams around that spot. So
nobody wants.
I personally think Arsenal are probably the best placed team, actually, in out of the.
They've got a game in hand. Yeah, they've got a game in hand,
and they're not playing as many of the top 6 either. So,
and they're not.
We've got a few games against lower place teams coming up, haven't we? And I happen to feel that that's actually more of a problem than if we're playing the teams higher up the league. So, and I think the other point that I was going to make earlier was that although we're at home, so we played 3 games away, and then we're at home to Everton, like after the FA Cup game. But then I think we've got another batch of away games. We seem to be away again.
We're away at Man United and then at Brighton, but we are home against the Spam.
Yeah, on the 20th.
On the 20th, yeah.
But that'll be like, 5 games away with like 1 game at home in between.
I'm pretty sure we're playing about 25 games away this season and the rest at home.
We've got the Arsenal game to come yet as well at home. That'll be crucial.
It could be, couldn't it? Yeah.
Well, I think we need to like try and get something out of Man United away as well. I think, really, you got
Liverpool away.
But yeah, no, Lee, I think top 4 is still. I think top 4 is still achievable. Personally, it's not necessarily in our hands, but maybe it is if we can beat Man United and beat Arsenal, then maybe then it is within our hands. But we need to win the other games as well. So.
I do worry about West Ham in this because I think everybody's doing the same thing that they did the year that Leicester won the league and saying, "Well, West Ham will drop off at some point. They'll drop off." And
I think that was last season. Though I think this, last season they thought they would drop off, and they kind of did. This season, I think that they. They've got that longevity about them because they've done it last year. They're basically building on what they developed last year. So I think I'd take them seriously. Really.
Yeah. Well, this is what I mean. I think they're as much of a threat to us as Woolwich. Man United continue to be patchy and they continue to have internal problems.
It's funny though. Because I'm speaking to a few of their fans, because I'm in West Ham heartland here, and quite a lot of them are a little bit kind of cagey and think they're going to be finished 7th, 8th. West Ham fans.
That's just like some of the stuff that you see on Twitter, where you go, when we played against Leeds and Leeds had been beaten by Liverpool 6-0, and then you get all the fans, like all the typical Spurs fans that go, Dr. Tottenham will see you now, and they put the tweet out there so that when we do get beat, then they can retweet it and go, look, I told you, because you get the same with the people that go about, oh fucking hell, Burnley, well, we know what happens there, and then when we got beat, they retweet it and go, well, I did tell you, didn't I? It's like so. I think there's an air of that about these.
I enjoy doing that though, to be fair.
Yeah, I mean you are good at it. I mean, you do hedge your bet on every outcome, so you're going to be you're definitely going to do right.
I do, yeah.
So, anyway, so get back on track then. So we're on this day. So on this day in 2021, we beat Burnley at home 4-0, and with the goals coming, we had a brace from Gareth Bale, one from Kane, and one from Moura. On this day in 2018, we beat Rochdale 6-1 in the 5th round replay of the FA Cup at Wembley. I don't know if any of you went to that.
That was a cold night, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was really cold.
Yeah.
Still can't feel my toes.
Wembley has to be the coldest stadium in the world. Even in the summer, it's bloody freezing.
Yeah. It's such a fucking soulless place, isn't it?
It really is. Walking up to it, you just think, I don't really want to go in there.
And then when you get in, you think, I should have just listened to me gut.
Yeah, that's right. And then you think, I'll just have to drink loads of beer to make myself feel better. Yeah.
But and then you have to drink Wembley beer, and it just gets worse, doesn't it?
Well,
I remember watching us. I think it was the very start of the season. Would it have been Cardiff? It was Neil Warnock's side, and and I've never been so damp, just rained on. And I
was like that on the Burnley game.
Halfway up the bloody up the side as well. I was well under the roof, and yet I was sitting in this puddle of water. Those seats seem to have been designed to pool water. It was just the most miserable place to watch football.
Yeah, horrible.
Anyway.
I enjoyed it. I thought we had a good time there. We didn't do too badly there, to be honest.
The only thing I will say in its favour is that it cut about an hour and a half off my journey. So yeah,
got about an hour and a half on mine. Yeah, you're terrible. There's some games there that you think when you were losing, you think, "Oh Christ, I've got a 2-hour journey from here to get back home."
Welcome
that walk out to the tube station, Christ, that was a nightmare. Yeah.
Memories, eh?
Yeah.
It's like a self-help meeting, isn't it?
Yeah.
So we just rename this podcast Tottenham Anonymous.
Yeah, we have, what is it, 9 points that we have to go through?
9 points that we have to get would be nice.
Yeah, true.
And then in 2010, on this day, we beat Everton 2-1, and the Spurs goals came from Pavlyuchenko and Luka Modric. There was another one, but I thought I'd include the Pavlyuchenko one because everyone seems to love Pavlyuchenko, and I wasn't his biggest.
I mean, it was a nice thing to have, though, wasn't it? Well, I think they call them a back up striker. I mean, I don't. Yeah. It's a
random, novel idea, novel thought. I don't think that'll ever take off.
Certainly not in fucking
what a
N17.
ridiculous idea that is. Backup striker.
Backup striker. Look it up.
Yeah, well, yeah.
I think Jonathan Wilson wrote a book about it, or one of the others.
Yeah. Which century are we looking at? I'll go on to ancestry.com and find out what the hell's going on.
Okay, so on to previews then. So we've got Middlesbrough in the FA Cup tomorrow, live on the Beeb. We are.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah. So we'll start with you, Rich. What's your
I mean, I don't wish to be the harbinger of pessimism on this, but I do actually have a therapy session booked for 7:30 tomorrow night in preparation for this. It's not just a coincidence, no. I think we're going to make a fucking meal out of it, but I think we're going to.
Without a doubt, yeah. After walking over Leeds, yeah, definitely.
Yeah. What is it Lee said? Something about the Lord Mayor's show?
Yeah, totally. Yeah, we are the Lord's Mayor's show, yeah. Without a doubt.
So you think we'll get a result? Any score prediction there? I'm going to pin you down, Rich.
I think we'll beat them 3-1, and I think the winning 2 goals will come quite close to the end.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, that's better than I predicted. Andy?
Well, I have to say that I have similar feelings about this. I just see another Morecambe all over again. We're going to play a slightly weakened team, and then we'll have to bring on the big guns at the end to actually finish the game off. Yeah.
Okay. So any score?
I'm going to go for probably 2-1 win. I think it's going to be a difficult game.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Can I just add something before we have another one? I'm also predicting. Well, not predicting. I'm floating this as a very strong possibility that at 1-1 in about the 80th minute, Lucas Moura is going to get sent off.
Interesting.
Yeah, I just think he's going to get a bit aggy. It's going to be a bit niggly. He's got a point to prove.
I do hate to break this to you, but he's not in the squad for tomorrow.
Oh, fuck it. Well, there you are. Then he's already been sent off, hasn't he?
As far as I know, no, because in Conte's interview today, he said it's the exact same squad as against Leeds, and the players that were unavailable: Skip,
Bentancur,
Tanganga, Bentancur, and Moura. They're unavailable, so I don't think he's not. I don't think he's in the squad.
All right.
But other than that,
Well, he's
Other
sent
than
off
that,
in the
Rich, I think you're
0
spot
minute.
on.
Then. Yeah, sent off in the 0 minute.
Spot